equipment being found ashore by our fishermen.
Kung ito ay tip of the iceberg, siguro po lahat ng karagatan natin ay may mga ganito na sa ilalim.
Possible, Mr. Chair. Very possible.
Baka biglang pumasok na lang ito sa Pasig River. Biglang pumasok ito sa Laguna de Bay. Pasig River, alam naman natin, andun ang Malacanang.
Yeah.
So meaning to say, espionage done through the sea can be accomplished even if it is not your usual, in tip of the iceberg nga kanina, the embassy of the People's Republic of China. Troll farm po yun. A covert disinformation and influence operation against the Philippine government and the Filipino people. Akala natin, ayun ang tunay na sentimiento ng mga nagpo-post at nagre-react, subalit ito pala nagpapatunay na binayaran. They pay for fake followers and praise themselves on social media. So pinaikot-ikot na po tayo rito behind a fake social media account trying to manipulate the Philippine public. We were able to identify HY119 found floating 9 kilometers off the coast of San Pascual, Masbate.
Different types of drones like this which have been turned over to our laboratory for forensic examination. What is alarming about this or concerning about this is that for the past 2 years, we have received a good number of reports, equipment being found ashore by our fishermen. These were found up north, Batanes or Calayan, off the coast of Zambales as shown on the map, Masbate, Initaw. These areas, Mr. Chair, are just astride international sea lanes or choke points. Balintang Channel up north, San Bernardino Strait, and Surigao Strait. The yellow drone, Mr. Chair, 119.
Ito po yung inimbestigahan natin dati. Ito yung na forensics na.
There are two types of forensics, Mr. Chair. Level 1 and Level 2. Level 1 is the physical examination of the specimen. Dimensions, the weight, the color, any visible markings. Shown on the screen, Mr. Chair, is the Level 1 examination or exploitation of this drone, which is marked HY119. After the Level 1, Mr. Chair, will be a Level 2 examination or exploitation. This will start off with a full X-ray of the specimen to know what is inside. This particular drone is designed to be seen from the surface, considering its color. It is capable, based on its CTD sensor, conductivity, temperature, and depth sensor, which is up front on the nose, depth of water, salinity, oxygen content, and other information from the environment. All other drones, to include this one, we have noticed that we get reports of them during the typhoon season. Ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, they could either be washed ashore or be found floating. And nakakarating sa atin ang reports from our fishermen. This is inertial propelled. It has batteries inside. It has a complicated system that it could allow this equipment, this specimen, to receive, to store, to process, and to transmit data through satellite communications, either through a mothership, another drone, a contact on land, or on air.
Na ito ay pwedeng mag-communicate. Meron bang posibilidad na yung operator nito ay nandun din sa mga dalampasigan ng Masbate, nasa isang yate, nasa isang barko para siyang magbigay ng instruction dito?
Or even in a foreign country, Mr. Chair. Level 2 exploitation would show us that some of the sensors inside are commercial off the shelf. Others have markings, which I will show later in the PowerPoint.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Mark this picture as C3. And there is even an orange one, di ba? Meron ding orange. So yung orange para saan? ay merong cord na pag hinila ay pwedeng sumabog? Hindi totoo. Ayun, fake news pala yon. So walang explosive devices dito kaya pero kailangan pa rin mag-ingat yung ating mga mangingisda na makakuha nito. Is the black one being operated, monitored by a military or Coast Guard vessel of foreign origin? And the ship that would lower this need not be a naval ship or a Coast Guard ship.
Any type of ship that has appropriate equipment to load this device. Fixed sensor, vector sensor.
Okay,
The ABS picks up sound
okay.
in the water. The direction and the strength.
Yun yung palagay, Admiral, ganun karami pa mga drone ang nagkalat sa buong Pilipinas. Sa ngayon, habang tayo nag-conduct ng hearing nito, meron pa.
This is only the tip of the iceberg.
Kung ito ay tip of the iceberg, eh siguro po lahat ng karagatan natin ay may mga ganito na sa ilalim.
Possible, Mr. Chair. Very possible.
At kumakalap ng informasyon, can they gather information concerning land-based activities? Hindi lang. But that one, the black one, but there is a drone, a submersible drone that can accomplish that mission.
Bigger one, sophisticated.
Wala pa tayo nahuhuling ganon. Does it have to do with any specific planned oil exploration activities being undertaken or to be undertaken by the Philippine government?
It is possible, Mr. Chair, because the information derived from the undersea, underwater environment would have different uses. Academic research, commercial oil exploration, and military.
Is there such a gadget that would detect the presence of all of this? Baka naman makagawa yung DOST ng isang drone catcher o drone detector. O baka naman kita sa satellite yan. Baka magawa nung, ano ba yung agency natin? Philippine Space Agency. Baka may magawa. Can this be detected para once and for all, alam natin kung saan nagpapaikot-ikot ito? Baka naliligo yung mga kamag-anak natin sa Boracay, baka kita bigla ng ganyan. Hindi nila alam na nandun na pala. Di ba ho?
Yes, Mr. Chair, there are sensors that could detect even equipment smaller than this. Currently, Mr. Chair, we rely more on our other government agencies and fisher folks who gave us the reports.
So are there plans? Are there plans coming from the Philippine Navy or the Department of National Defense to acquire gadgets that would enable us to detect all of this? I'm now referring to how the Philippine Navy would upgrade its capabilities to counter small or even big, hard-to-detect underwater drones. Can this also be present in our littoral areas? Baka biglang pumasok, kasi ganito iniisip ko, baka biglang pumasok na lang ito sa Pasig River. Biglang pumasok ito sa Laguna Tibay. Pasig River, alam naman natin, ando ng Malacanang. Laguna Tibay, baka paikot-ikot na lang doon, punta ng Hala-hala kung saan. Pwede rin ba ito sa mga ganong uri ng katubigan?
It's possible, Mr. Chair, but they will have to be launched in the bay, in Laguna Bay itself, or in any
Pasig
other
River.
lake. Pasig River, Mr. Chair, mahirapan siya because of the maritime traffic and then yung depth of the water. Hindi
Marky na doon, Marky, ano na doon.
Okay, yes, Mr. Chair.
So meaning to say, espionage done through the sea can be accomplished even if it is not your usual, yung tip of the iceberg nga kanina, na karagatan. Pwede rin sa dagat, sa ilog. Marikina River, Pasig River. Yun ang sinasabi ko.
It's possible, Mr. Chair, it could be done. Mr. Chair, we'd like to highlight the critical role played by our fisher folks na sila ang nagbigay alam sa atin. And we have been telling them many times on our press conference that each time may makita silang kahina-hinala na ganitong gamit, ibigay alam agad sa ating mga otoridad, whether BFAR, PNP, Maritime Group, Coast Guard, Philippine Navy, or the other government agencies in the vicinity para mabigyan natin ng tamang pag-handle and pag-exploit, Mr. Chair.
So si Coast Guard, dapat may hotline kayo doon para kung saan tatawag yung ating mga mangingisda. Ito po yung pangalan noong kumpanya sa taas, kung makikita nyo. Nakalagay po sa agreement na binilugan, this contract made and entered into August 2023 in the city of Makati by Philippines, by and between the Embassy of the People's Republic of China. Meron silang agreement. Ang trabaho ng Infinitus is to provide keyboard warriors. Keyboard warriors. Ano po ang ibig sabihin ng keyboard warriors? To play a vital role in the overall effectiveness of the management project. So may mga salary dito, may increase, depende siguro ito sa nakalagay dyan, no? We aim to acknowledge their hard work, dedication, and continuous commitment to delivering exceptional results. So, loyalty was mentioned. Malamang-lamang itong keyboard warriors ay mga kababayan natin, mga Pilipino. Kasi ito yung tinatanong ko kanina, hindi lahat nakabase sa China. People's Republic of China, through their embassy, sa isang korporasyon sa Pilipinas. At yan yung gusto kong saliksikin ng Securities and Exchange Commission. Makikita nyo po ito na nagbayad ang embassy ng China sa Infinitus Marketing Solutions ng 930,000 pesos. Ito pong kontrata at kabayarang ito ay pagyurak sa dignidad ng mga Pilipino. Pagyapak sa dignidad ng Pilipinas. Lahat po ng lumalabas ngayon, karamihan, yung akala natin ay viral, yung akala natin ay pinag-uusapan talaga, ay base pala sa mga ganito. Ang nagbayad ay China para atakihin ang maraming personalidad. At nabanggit ni DG Malaya kanina, baka kasama rin ako doon. Kaya pala, lagi akong pag mag-o-open ng Facebook, nababash na rin ako. Kahit wala akong kinalaman doon. Hindi po kasalanan noong mga kababayan natin siguro na nagtatrabaho doon kung ano yung ginagawa nila. Wala naman silang intensyong sirain ang presidente ng Pilipinas. At meron pong keyboard warriors. Siguro, yung mga kababayan natin doon ang naging keyboard warriors. Hanggang ngayon, ongoing pa ho ito. Hindi lang ito doon sa Infinitus. Marami pa ho yan. Isang folder po yung dala ko. Marami pa ho yan. Hindi lang yan ang akala natin ay yun ang tunay na sentimiento ng mga nagpo-post at nagre-react. Subalit, ito pala nagpapatunay na binayaran. Binayaran ng People's Republic of China. Para sirain, hindi lang ang kredibilidad ng isang tao o namumuno, kung hindi ng ating bansa. Troll farm po yun. A covert disinformation and influence operation against the Philippine government and the Filipino people. While insulting the Filipinos, the Troll Farms Army is also paid to, and I quote, always support the Chinese ambassador and the embassy pages. Apparently, they're also insecure that they pay for fake followers and praise themselves on social media. So, pinaikot-ikot na po tayo rito. We have a Chinese government paying via its embassy in Manila, Philippine nationals working for a troll farm to attack our country, to attack the administration, using fake names, and with clear guidance to keep secret what they are actually working for. Not unlike the POGO, they recruit and pay or coerce our own citizens, in this case, to attack our country's policies. Yung ginagawa ng Navy, yung ginagawa ng Coast Guard, yung ginagawa ng Sandatahan Lakas, behind a fake social media account trying to manipulate the Philippine public. These fake social media accounts have criticized the president, criticized cabinet officials. Ito nga, hindi alam nitong mga representative na mga gabinete dito. Criticize outspoken legislators, criticize the Philippine governments. For what did they criticize them? Ano po yung bakit tayo kinikriticize? For having the nerve to stand up in defense of the West Philippine Sea. For having the nerve not to allow our own seas to be taken by force. Doon po sila nagalit. Doon po sila nag-aalma. Ayaw nila na mapabalik ng buong buo na hindi naman nila nakukuha pa ang West Philippine Sea sa Pilipinas. Itong nangyayari pong ito is an outrageous behavior. It is a violation of every international norm. Sayang, wala dito ang Department of Foreign Affairs. It is certainly not the way that friends treat friends. And it is a mockery of the Chinese embassy's talk of friendship. Hindi tayo dapat magbulag-bulagan at isa-isang tabi ang ating mga natuklasan. Kahit itanggi ng China ito, malinaw na ang nakita natin ngayon